Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a DTW German telephone, and HG sent this in, and he always sends in really cool telephones. And he's had some German post office telephones before, but this is just a regular telephone, and it needs updating. It'll only dial out in a pulse mode, and he wants it updated and some things done to it that, make it more modern, and it needs a line cord. But anyway, we ran into some problems. I want to show you something real quick. What I have here is I have a perforated board, and I've taken the inside of the dial pad. This is a pretty elaborate dial pad, but it was set up for a different situation, and it's not going to be able to be used with the way we're redesigning the telephone. If you can see inside there, you can see how these are shaped, and they're spring loaded. So it's a pretty elaborate, and they have twist to them. They're cut certain ways so that what basically it can do is take this part of the keyboard and dial board and everything and manipulate which way it pushes these slides. And it's really very unique, and it's quite a bit of trouble that they went to design this. It's pretty elaborate. So anyway, we're not going to be able to use any of this, and it just isn't going to do us any good. So basically what we're going to do, this is another part of the keypad and board that was the original, and so it's pretty elaborate the way they designed this. But I had to take these keys and go ahead and put like a white paint on the keys and on where the screws screw down, basically. And then I set my perforated board that I made in, and now I know exactly where I have to put my little momentary switches. There's a bunch of little momentary switches here, and basically we're going to put them in where the white dots are at, and we're going to wire them up to a different board and keypad. You want to check every one of these switches though for continuity, because you don't want to put one in and then all of a sudden try to figure out why you don't have one of the numbers hitting, and it could be one of the switches is bad. So basically what you want to do is take these momentary switches, and you want to check them all. So this basically gives you an idea of what they look like. They're just a momentary button or switch, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, that's a pretty elaborate dial system that they had in here. Another thing is we're going to save the original board that was in this telephone, because I want to utilize the hook switch here. I want to be able to have all that the same, so we're going to utilize that. And we're going to utilize some of the caps here. One of the caps for the bell. We're going to take the original bell and put it back in place where it belongs, and utilize the bell. So we'll have the original bell, the original hook switch. And one other change I'm going to make is there's a button here, and I'm not really sure what it was for, but we're going to turn it into music on hold. And so that'll be pretty cool. The other thing that I'm going to do is put a new receiver and a new mic element into this handset, so everything's getting updated. This is a total conversion, and a lot of times we don't run into where we have to make our own keyboard, but in this situation I don't have any other choice, and I already have my holes drilled. One's here, and one's here for putting it back together again. But I don't have any choice in the matter. This keypad just would not serve the purpose that we need it to, how we need it to perform. So I'm going to go ahead and make the keypad. And that's not unusual. Sometimes I have to do that, and I've done it many times in the past. It just throws a little roadblock up, but it's not a big deal. We'll get past that and get everything squared away and get it working the way we want to get it working. So anyway, this is just a little update, and this is a DTW, which means a German telephone company, or Telephone Works, HG said. And he always has really cool telephones, and we're going to get this one all squared away for him. And it's just kind of a little update video of what's been going on with this telephone and some of the roadblocks that we're kind of running into. You can see on the back of this board here where I've had to cut a bunch of the traces. But basically what we have to do is cut traces on some components that we need to use, and cut the traces on the hook switch, because we're going to wire everything a little differently. And so we're having to go in and cut a lot of traces and do things like that, and pick out the components and the working parts that we want. And because the situation is no longer going to really depend on this board, it's going to be on another telephone board. And we're just using some things off of this board, but it has to be in place to utilize the hook switch that's here and the bell. So it gets pretty entailed of what we have to do to make these conversions, but that's what we do here, so it's not a big deal, and it's a common thing. Every phone's a little different. Sometimes you have to do a lot more to some phones than other phones, and but it all works out in the end. Anyway, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you, and have a great day.